welcome back to Cinema Vino. It's good to have you guys here with us. We got Travis Budd, T-Boy, got Sean Jordan,
your boy,
Show Joe, got Taylor Owens,
Yo,
T.O.
We got the Fantastic Four back together.
Exactly. So I'm not sure who I am.
Who's who?
I'm probably just the flummoxed assistant that's always.
You gotta be Reed Richards. You got the white.
yeah.
I'm a smidge too gray for Reed Richards, but I'll take it. Yeah,
Reed Richards has the gray.
He got a little gray.
He's got the little
Yeah.
gray. You know,
I'll go for it.
he's got the Flyers.
I'll take it. So we're going to look at an assortment of Fantastic Four movies in anticipation of the Marvel MCU Fantastic Four, which is coming out shortly.
First steps
Mm-hmm.
coming out today, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're recording this.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to start with the first cinematic version of it that came out. Well, it never really came out. I guess it surfaced on YouTube later, but it was made in 92. It's referred to as the 1994 version. So yeah, this is a B movie. So for this,
is a D movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is,
yeah, we're drinking a red blend from Saddleback Vineyards. This is the Rancher Red. So both the wines we're going to have for this one and the next film, and hopefully if I can find them all the Fantastic Four movies, they all have 4 grapes. So they're all blends of 4 different grapes.
Oh, look at you. 4 is in here.
Yeah. So yeah, this one I believe is Cabernet Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Syrah. So
nice.
Yeah,
It's tasty.
it is good. Yeah, this one's a little bit of a splurge. This is about a $35 one.
Coat 2021 Saddleback.
It's drinking good.
This is a Napa. I mean, is it a aging wine? Is this
Yeah,
one
you could put some age on this for sure. I easily do 5 years.
14.2%.
Yeah, this good seller.
Yep.
But it's drinking okay now.
It's drinking now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's drinking
great, great now.
Yeah. I mean, it has some great color to it. You can tell it's got some life in it. So, yeah, if you were looking for something to, I mean, I think this would be a good, like, splurge wine. It'd be a good, hearty meal.
Soft for 14.2.
Yeah. My wife and I did a beef tenderloin at a nice restaurant this last week in Kansas City. This would have been great with that.
Oh.
This would have paired really well with beef tenderloin.
Yeah.
So,
You go to the Power and Light District?
we went to Harris Casino. We went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant,
Hey.
which was nice. Yeah.
Nice.
It was really good food.
Did you have an idiot sandwich?
Was
it fucking raw?
it was fucking incredible. Yeah. And they had a huge painted portrait of him on the wall.
Amazing.
I really wanted my own print of that.
Yeah.
I would hang that.
That's kind of like when I went to Reba McEntire's restaurant
Yeah.
down in Toka.
Uh-huh.
Giant portrait of her. Cardboard cutout.
Yeah. I would hang that on the wall.
Was there a graboid on another wall?
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
No. Look, I am very upset with Reba and her hatred of being in that Tremors film.
Oh.
I'm sure she says she loves it. She's never come back for it. You know what, guys, let's just go
Her
on.
price is too high.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on Reba.
She is Reba. She's Reba.
And the rumor was she didn't get along with the graboids on the set. They didn't mesh.
Honestly, for the price of that, like, Bloody Mary that I had there, she's doing fine.
She's raking in that Bloody Mary money.
She is.
She needs those graboid dollars.
Yeah. So anyway, the Fantastic Four. This was produced by classic horror / cult filmmaker
Roger Corman for the price of $1 million.
Roger Corman passed away last year at the age of 98.
Damn.
Yeah.
Rip.
So this is a classic, like, tax / business maneuver where the rights to the franchise were going to expire to the holders on December 31st, 1992. They had to make something or they would lose them. And so filming commenced 3 days before that,
Because
December 28th.
to be clear, the guy bought the rights off of Stan Lee in 1983 for $250,000.
Yeah.
Which at the time
Oh, God.
was like, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything with it 10 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so they're about to go away. And so he had to make something quickly. And so he reached out to Roger Corman, who was known to make movies on the cheap, very efficiently. And so they started this right before the deadline. And so ironically, this issue would come up again for the Fantastic Four in 2015.
Yeah.
They had to make a movie or lose the rights. So
It shows.
yeah, and I think
Well, you guys haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
I have seen
Bride
it.
Frankenstein all over again.
it does show for this one. So this movie went unreleased, although later it found life on the YouTubes.
No. It was bootleg.
It was bootleg VHS.
For
Yeah.
like VHS.
Official release. It was never.
and then-
it was never wide release.
I don't even think it was official
Yeah, there
release
was
for
never
YouTube.
been an official release.
Yeah.
This is just like where you can find it.
Yeah.
And who's backed up enough copies of the VHS to try and I'm sure there's...
You still have it, don't you?
Slap some AI on there to try. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I don't.
Wait, no.
I don't know. How has Disney not gone and found the official version of it?
I don't know if this is even on their radar or something.
Yeah. It's going to be like,
yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. Well, it's like, to me, it's like this wasn't released so much as it's surfaced in places in different ways,
Mm-hmm.
It's escaped. And this movie offers a very sharp contrast to the version we're going to do for the next episode, the 2005 version. This is in some ways the opposite of that.
Should we put this the link to the version that we watched in the description?
For sure. Yeah, you can
People
find
can
it.
track it down.
Yeah.
You can just search
and
1994.
Fantastic
I saw
Four.
some other Bootsy ones though. This one was.
Oh no, they wouldn't want to watch the Bootsy ones.
yeah, heavens to Betsy.
That was
Can't
terrible.
compromise the artistic vision of Roger Corman.
This version that you guys watched, shockingly, best I've ever seen.
God dang.
This is so bright. I was like, oh my God, I can see what's happening.
As Nicolas Cage says, that's high praise.
There's no tracking at all. There's no bar.
Yeah, there's no VHS. Yeah, whoa. I miss those on VCRs where it's like you have to keep adjusting.
Track it. Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes I downloaded an app and just put that on my porn just so I could get some of that nostalgia, Cinemax feeling.
I'm getting seasick. So yeah, for this one and watching these two back to back, which I did, I watched them one day and then the next. You kind of see there are some vague similarities between the two movies aesthetically.
Seemed like that a lot of the same characters.
Yeah, they did, and some of the same beats. We can talk about that in the next movie. There were some strikingly similar beats in these two movies.
Uh-huh.
But to me, it was a good example of you learn watching these two back to back what money can buy you and what it can't.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next Fantastic Four literally had 100 times the budget of this movie. But
$100 million?
Yeah. And spoiler alert, it's not 100 times better. So
interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, this was on a shoestring budget. And to me, and Travi, you can weigh in on this statement.
Travis.
Travi. At its core, this is somewhat faithful to the origin of the comics, within reason.
Yeah, this is about the most faithful adaptation.
It's both the cheapest and yet the most faithful, which is kind of interesting. It gets the essence of everything right. I mean, it's like you get the basic gist of the characters, even watching this cheap, schlocky version of it, where it's like, Reed Richards is the world's ultimate brain. Van Grimm is like his best buddy, sidekick. Sue Storm is the, on-off love interest. Johnny Storm is the, crazy.
No, let's be real. Sue Storm was a teenager when he met her.
Basically.
And he was
like, Storm, can Johnny and Susan go to outer space with us?
Yeah.
This 12-year-old is going to be my wife.
This is the ickiest version of that origin story for sure.
Mr. Fantastic is basically Drake. Yes.
And so, Johnny Storm is like the hot-headed brother. Victor Von Doom, again.
Overactor
for sure.
Man, that was,
Victor Von Doom is the brilliant, very vain, ambitious scientist / rival. Both movies play up the inferiority complex he has towards Reed Richards, how threatened and intimidated he is by Reed and how smart he is. So that both movies kind of parallel that same deal, Reed Richards can't blah, blah, blah. But in this version, Dr. Doom is nearly killed when they do a joint experiment and it goes wrong and he's presumed dead, yada, yada. Again, the same deal that our team goes up into space, exposed to cosmic rays, and they get altered and their little superpowers. But
they called this Galactus?
Yeah.
Colossus.
Yeah.
Well, that was the name they just named the storm.
Okay.
And so they have to learn how to embrace their powers, work together, and ultimately defeat Doom and a weird little leprechaun man, the jeweler.
Yeah. Basically the Mole Man.
It was supposed to be Mole Man.
Yeah.
And they just called him the jeweler.
But
we can't afford the rights for the Mole Man.
Yeah. And I couldn't help but think of the whole thing in Wayne's World where he does the flashlight under his, I'm the leprechaun. So it was an odd, they had to make up a new villain because I guess they couldn't get the rights to the Mole Man.
The highest demand.
They couldn't do the Mole Man, so they did the jeweler, which again, very odd. That almost had like an Ernest Scared Stupid vibe to it.
That was the first thing I thought of.
And honestly,
sandwich booger lips.
If Ernest had popped up in this movie somewhere, I'd give it a whole extra point.
Oh yeah, I would.
He could have been the puppet. He would have gone bald. He could have been Alicia Masters' dad or stepdad.
Yeah.
Master.
It's my dad, Ernest. So to me, this is a very straightforward but very rickety Fantastic Four movie. Amazingly, I will say it's astonishing that they made this movie for.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, for $1 million. It is incredible that this thing got made for what it did. I'll give this a 4 out of 10. So, well, I want to start with Tay over here. And what did you think?
I remember, Travis, you bought this at a Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, I think you may have lent me $5 or I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but I remember you
I think you were with me.
Yeah, I was.
It was a side of a hotel, like
It was like a guy in a
sketch.
trench coat.
basically. And I remember you
want the Fantastic Four.
And it's like you tried to explain it to me, and I'm pretty sure when we went, I could be wrong, but Spider-Man had already come out, right?
I think so.
I think Spider-Man. So you were like really hyped up about it, and I think we went back and maybe you put it on, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to watch this." And I was like, I remember because I don't know if I did watch it with you. I really don't know.
I don't think you.
Yeah, I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be, and so I don't think I've ever seen. I think I know you showed me clips, but I definitely watched it, and I did take a recommendation. I did increase the speed. I was watching it at 1.5. And I think it really helped. But it also made me concerned because there were some scenes with the henchmen, the doctor, the whatever it is, like the
Dr. Doom's henchman.
Yeah, they were just way too long. Like him just even like in the elevator is like, he's dead. And I was like, whoa, am I still 1.5? It's just this blank stares. He's long. And it's like, and then when he's in the elevator looking away, I'm like, oh, why is this scene so long?
Yeah.
I'm 1.5 speed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it actually made me laugh. But this film, I don't even know if I call it a film. It felt like this was something you would see in a film class.
Yeah.
That like someone would be like, hey, we're going to do a Fantastic Four film. It's like, cool. I texted Travis. It's like, this is something like, some of these rendering graphics are something that we did in like 2001, like on a real shitty thing at school.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah. And I was just like, whoa. And that was like,
the scene where Johnny Storm is flying with the laser, and like in the very end, he like has to get in front of it. He's flying next to it for way too long.
Yeah.
And then when he gets in front of it, it like rolls him like a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like for so long.
and that's what I was like, once again. So I think I talk about it in the next one, but I tried to time it. But like, was this an hour and 40 minutes? Was this one?
It felt much longer.
Way
Yeah, it was
longer.
about
An hour and a half.
It might have been an hour and a half, and it was like, once again, it was like, I was like, wow. And I think the one the 2005 one was
Also,
hour and a half.
hour 40, something like that.
It also felt much longer.
And it's like, and that's why I was like, man, they are really like this one actually felt a little bit faster than them 05, but I was just like, man, they are really putting a lot of like, they were moving along. It felt long, but I was like, man, they are actually like, for understanding what it is, it's like, man, they're kind of going through this.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I told Travis this earlier. I have so many more questions now after watching it. Like, I want to know, like the documentary. There's a documentary about kind of a behind the scenes. I want to watch that because like I have so many more questions. I'm like, why did these actors take this job? You know, like, well, like, do they really think this is like serious? Because if you go back and look at some of the films, I went like, see, I didn't know it was made in 02, but like, look at the films that came out in 2000 or 94. You're like, there were some pretty damn good films. The Flintstones came out. I was like,
Amen.
and I was like,
much bigger budget.
Yeah.
touche. Yeah, I was like, man, what was going on?
Yeah.
Like, I have so many more questions watching this, but as Travis said, it is what it is. It was I don't even know how the comic book world would go with this. Like, I don't really know the origin story. I love the acting in it when Doom is just getting shocked and he just keeps screaming at 1.5 speed, just kept going. And I was like, I was like, we got an issue here. I was like, this is not a good start to it.
And the only action that Benjamin J. Grimm got to do
was just a run.
running.
Yeah.
It's like, watch me going through this crowd.
Yeah. But anyway, this is definitely, I would say like a 4. Originally I was thinking 5, and I was like, I think I've given some better films at 5. But also, I do think it may be like a 4.5, only because of the story behind it. They had to get this done. Last minute bullshit. They had to go through there.
It doesn't make it better.
No, but it just kind of makes me giggle that it was just like that they did all this, and I'm just more curious of like,
They're playing with the handicap.
Timeline's coming.
He's like, hey, we got to do this now.
Yeah.
It was like, we got to get this done now. You have $1 million.
We have that
Make
sometimes
this
at the
movie.
house where it's like, we got to cook this chicken or it's going to spoil.
He said that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I was like, we can either freeze it or we got to cook it right now.
We're
How are we
going
gonna
to boil
fuck this
12
pig?
eggs.
They should have frozen it.
Yeah, they should have been frozen.
Yeah. So you're 4.5.
I'm 4.5.
Sean?
This is not a good movie. I think I watched it first because I texted you guys a few of my comments as I was going, but
Yeah.
it's just, it was rickety. Rickety is a good word
It's
for it.
clobbering time.
It looks
Oh,
like
God.
the first 20 minutes looks like it was a Folgers commercial. Like it had like that warm amber
Yeah.
filter to it. It was like
And if they'd folded it in there again, whole nother point.
Oh, yeah.
whole nother point.
Mm.
Like it looked just, and the music was commensurate, right? It was the same Folgers kind of dawdling piano line as they're just going about their oh, hey, Sue Storm, what are you doing? You're 12. You're hot. I can't say that yet.
Yeah.
It's like what the thing doesn't realize is we replace his regular coffee with new Folgers crystals.
What?
My 12-year-old wife never drinks coffee when we're home.
Yeah. It's like, man, I didn't know Jerry Lee Lewis was in the Fantastic Four. That's crazy.
No, I mean, this is very much, you get exactly what you expect. Did Dr. Doom have powers? Because you
no.
see his fingers moving,
Mhm.
which, first of all, why are they trying to set
He
up
had
a
nails that
sequel?
came out of his gloves.
Yeah. Yeah, he had some long nails.
And
Once
he
again,
had
I will
a
ask,
gun.
does he have
Yeah.
powers? His powers were gun.
Yeah.
He held a gun and he had...
He didn't really
he
have
had-
that.
he had-
You mess with Doom, you're going to get scrapped.
Oh, his power was the armor because bullets didn't go,
Oh, that brings me back.
Also through his tunic
His
thing, whatever the green do.
he very much had the Power Rangers issue where they let him monologue for way too long in a mask.
Yeah.
So and also the audio, I think they actually took of him talking through this mask. So they had the opposite of the Bane problem.
Yeah.
Like they needed a voiceover of him actually talking because
We needed to not understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're going to let him monologue for a good 5 minutes and you're just going to have a camera on him.
hmm
He's kind of emoting the whole time, but he's pretty much just standing still.
Yeah.
It was no direction. No one was like, maybe we should have him cut away a bunch of times. Maybe we should have him be in a shadow when he talks, so it's intimidating. They did not handle the bad guy well.
It reminds me of Ed Wood, whenever they would give him a time frame of this has to be 80 minutes long. And so literally he'd have scenes where it's okay, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
Do we have
talking.
some stock footage we can cut in here.
But he also just did weird stuff at the beginning when Victor and Reed are talking and they're like, all right, we got to do this. We got to do this thing tonight. And then Victor's like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that was an odd choice. Just weird choices.
Yeah.
Weird choices all around. There were a lot of weird choices. God, I don't know. Yeah, the leprechaun fucking
The leprechaun doing the Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
When he
Yeah,
switched him out. And the impressive CGI.
crystal is fake.
When he put the old one on there, it did shine a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, did they insert that?
Well, so
yeah, and I was like,
I will say one of the reasons that this looked like it punched above its weight is because the guys who made it were special effects guys. That was their specialty, was doing practical effects.
Mhm.
And so being able to do Ben Grimm's mouth and the Thing obviously was a big challenge for, anybody trying to tackle the Fantastic Four. I think they did a really good job of the Thing.
Yeah.
He almost, like you said, looked better than the 05 one. We'll get there, but
Yeah.
it didn't look bad.
They
But
did it.
I mean, I think it's interesting, like you said, beat for beat kind of hits a lot of the same notes that the next one is going to, but it's because any origin film of a hero movie is going to have basically the same beats. In the first act, they cause whatever catastrophe, gives them their powers. Second act, they're flexing their muscle, figuring out their powers. Third act, whatever big conclusion happens that they have to culminate their powers and find the ability to outmaneuver the bad guy who also got his powers from the same thing.
Mhm.
It's every origin story, right? They
Which is-
perfected that with Spider-Man, I
And
think.
that's interesting because supposedly this version that's coming out in a few days is going to skip the
Yeah,
origin.
they skip it because we got tired of origin stories.
Yeah.
We saw too many hero movies.
And I'm here for that, actually.
Yes, I don't need to see an origin story.
Yes. Enough.
Does
enough with
Superman do
that.
the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. We don't need to see an origin story.
Amen.
We've seen origin stories a million times, but in 92, 94, this was kind of the first one. They kind of came up with the same formula that every other origin story movie came up with.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of it, but back then I'm sure it was novel.
Yeah.
But yeah, why they kind of left like the ominous like fingers clinking on the wall at the end as if there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on. Come on.
So you are a
Three.
three.
This is a 3.
Strong 3.
Strong 3, not even a 4.
It's a firm 3.
Firm 3.
Travi?
I am a 5. It's because it is the closest to the comic book of any live action adaptation. Plus, The Thing, I think, looks better than the 2005 and the Silver Surfer sequel and the 2015 piece of shit from Josh Trank. Sadly, he does look like a Ninja Turtle, The Thing.
He does.
Yeah. Looks so, yeah.
He looks amazing.
No,
And then
there's nothing
even
wrong
though
with that.
his weird
I love
mouth
the
stuff,
Ninja Turtles.
like it works better and he looks better and more like the now
Of the 4 heroes, whose effects looked the worst?
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Jeez. And then also Dr. Doom looked the best. Because they had Dr. Doom look great in the 2005. He looks like ass in the 2015. They keep wanting to give Dr. Doom powers the exact same time as Fantastic Four, and it just doesn't quite like.
It's
Dr.
easier
Doom,
for storytelling.
Yeah, Dr. Doom needs his own origin story or his own movie. Like I will continue to say that. But this, you got to respect it for trying to stay close to the comic, but also only having $1 million budget or less than that. And then doing it in a certain amount of time. None of the crew knew. The documentary is called Doomed, The Untold Story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four. And that came out in 2015. But yeah, there was just a whole bunch of weird stuff going on. Like the college professor at the beginning was from Police Academy,
Really?
wasn't he? He was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sergeant
he was.
Mahoney's
Right.
like the chief or whatever that put it together. So as soon as I saw him, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What's going on here? I recognize that guy.
Yeah.
Rebecca Stab played Invisible Woman. And they were just like, yeah, we'll go ahead and bring Johnny and Sue on this trip on a rocket because they don't have any.
No.
Why not?
They don't have any training.
Mom, Dad, can we go on the rocket?
Yeah. No.
Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
Not this time. And then, yeah, just the weird, they can never do Mr. Fantastic's power right. Like the best Fantastic Four movie is called The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Like that's, it is the best one. And probably even after this next movie will be the best one.
Mhm.
Johnny Storm, God love him. What's his actor's name? Shit, where'd he go?
He overacted.
Jay Underwood.
Mhm.
I saw him. He was a good actor in other stuff. I think he was in The Boy Who Could Fly, something in the 80s or 90s or something. In this, over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Not to be
It
confused with the
was-
movie Over the Top, which
No.
is great.
Mhm.
And understated.
Ironically.
But it was just, it was not there. Dr. Doom, his power was clinking his fingers together and tapping
gun.
view screens. And he got to use a gun once. Mole Man. Also, Alicia Masters, Mole Man or Jeweler was like, hey, put her into my private quarters. We need some alone time. And then I was like, hold on. Are they going to get there just in time?
Nope.
And then it was like a day later, I was like, she got diddled. Something happened. Did he already make her his queen or something? You didn't even get to talk about.
She will be my mole wife.
Yeah, you didn't even get to say your favorite line.
Favorite fucking line when she's being held at gunpoint by Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom is trying to talk down Ben Grimm. And she goes, Ben, no, I love you. The most overacted line in the movie,
Yeah.
which of course turns him into a human, which Is that comic accurate?
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe for one issue or something.
Maybe, like a one-off. But
yeah.
I don't think he's ever reversed back into human.
Oh yeah, he's reversed back into human several times, but like it's
Like as like a switch, like a.
At one point,
if he learns to love, he can turn human.
Only true love.
Yeah. It's called Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Back in they did a Hanna-Barbera cartoon where he was a little kid was the thing, and he had a ring, and he would say, "Thing ring, do your thing," and then he would turn into the thing. It's a weird cartoon history, but yeah, this was not good by any means, but.
So you give it
despite their adversity, I give it a 5.
Yeah.
It's the closest
you
adaptation
you guys are too generous.
I think it's like
it holds a special place. Actually, you might like it better if you see the documentary and be like, all right, they
you were going to say you might like it better if you watch a bootleg VHS.
Yes.
I think I was just giggling about it because I knew kind of what it was, and I think it kind of goes back to like, and I don't want to be that guy, but it's like, hey, I'm going to like this film just because it's shitty.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be that guy, but I totally felt that way when I was watching this. I was like, God, this is fucking terrible. But at least I'm glad I'm watching this so I can be like, oh yeah, I watched this.
Yeah, there's like a balance where like some movies are so bad you enjoy, and if some movies are even worse, they're just unbearable. I think a 3 is right where that healthy level sits for me.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, I can still enjoy this, and I know it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, it's like a hipster drinking PBR back in the day. It's like, it's the irony of it.
I guess in terms of a Fantastic Four adaptation, I would give it a 5.
Sure. Yeah.
Normally,
after the garbage I've watched,
I would give it a 4. I would give it a Fantastic Four 5. And nostalgia.
I would think on a quality to budget ratio, this might be the best Fantastic Four adaptation of that movie.
Pound for pound.
Pound for pound? This is the best one.
Yeah.
How many?
I'm going after the next one.
How many henchmen does Dr. Doom have that have his same hood and just a whole bunch of machine guns?
Which is comic accurate. That is comic accurate that he gives his henchmen like the green tunic and machine guns.
Yeah.
No, he's got Doombots instead.
Yeah.
So that they can, use their powers, and especially Johnny Storm, because they don't want him to like set somebody on fire.
Or in the alive.
Yeah. It's like Wolverine. They had to have a PG-13 X-Men, and he was like, okay, well, Wolverine, you can't stab your claws through somebody's head, but you can like swat their guns out of their hand and
scratch them,
and they'll be like, oh my God, and we got to run away. That kind of thing.
Todd?
So yeah, this was, as I said, this is 4. And so, coming up, we're going to do the 2005. And this film compared to the next one, you'll see how unforgiving I am towards movies that have the budget, have the pedigree, have everything behind them, and still can't make a good movie.
Yeah.
So
and steal plot points from this film.
I'm going to go after the next one. So I'm more lenient to these movies where it's like everybody that is
just string budget.
All the actors are just trying to get work. They're just trying to get a paycheck.
I think that's why I gave it the way I did. It was like, I think I was oddly impressed.
Yeah.
Didn't like it, but I was just like, all right, I get this.
An attempt was made.
They had to make the most. They had to make the most of what they had. This is like their little soapbox racer. Mm-hmm. But the next one,
they were proud after they made that.
Yeah. Next movie, it's like you have a blank check pretty much to do whatever you want and cast who you need to. Audition 500 people for every part. Do what you need to do.
Rip as much coke as you need.
And still just a big old hot mess of just flaming garbage. So yeah, I'm going to go after the next one much more intensely. So.
It's nice to see the spectrum.
Yeah. And you do. You get them back and forth. You get the two extremes. So a cheap, rickety movie that kind of overachieves for what it is, and then a big, massive budgeted movie that way underachieves and is disappointing.
And I did like the theme song in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was kind of like weird sing-song.
The Folgers commercial?
Yeah. Which is just wicked coffee. If it was Maxwell House, I might be able to.
Maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
Different ball game.
And I appreciate you picking up the reference that it was specifically the incest commercial.
Yes.
Yeah. Johnny, you're back. Don't tell mom and dad.
You're my present this year.
Gracious. So this has been another episode of Cinema Saddleback Red Blend. Blend of 4 grapes. So about a $35 bottle. Find it everywhere where your wines are sold. But yeah, great movies, only drunker. We're going to need to be drunker for the next one.
Flame on.
Flame on, indeed.
Flame on.
Yeah.
It's clobbering time.
Oh my God. So we got Travis Budd.
It's your boy.
TB. Show Joe. Sean
It
Jordan.
is your boy.
Indeed. And Taylor Owens.
Yo.
Hey, Thing
name's
didn't
Toddy.
say best Sunday punch or talk about his favorite Aunt Petunia in this movie.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out.
And we're all the poorer for it.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys next time. Next Fantastic Four movie.
Yay. Bye.